Hey folks, is just no one talking or Hey, how you been? Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here making sounds. Hey. All's good here. How about you? Some dinner kind of scrambled. Eggs, potatoes, pepper, something like that. Something like that. It is also very quick and easy.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty well.
Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. I'm trying to, or I was trying to do a really nice thing with voice meter, like a virtual audio mix.
Voice meter.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, I was trying to do it because that way, if I'm sharing Oh no!
Guinea pigs? Oh.
Yeah.
Here it is. Can someone let me know if they can hear? They
Yes.
can hear
I can use
this.
some guitar.
It's audible.
Yep.
Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, also. Well, okay. Hold on. Let me try. I can't hear it. How about that?
Also audible.
Yeah.
Also audible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. good.
Beautiful.
Although I heard myself there, and I continue to.
Yes. So that's where I was trying to. Wait. So if I hold on, if I do, well, yeah. No. If I do this, and I do it, and I do this, do you all still hear yourself?
Let's find out. I don't hear myself.
I don't hear myself.
No. But you hear the audio, the music.
Audio, yes. Me, no.
Oh,
I don't hear any music.
no music.
You playing music?
I hear the music.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the stream volume down? Like if you right click on Tom's video,
Mhm.
there's like a stream volume.
I see.
Stop the music.
I had to go all the way up.
Should hear some like guitar stuff like that. It's a good song.
Yeah.
26 by Lauv. Really good.
It's a jamming solo.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, then I guess this will work. I can't hear the audio, but that's totally okay. I can hear y'all. That's all I need. So there you go. That'll work then. That way, we won't have to do the thing we did last time where I have to like jump between a billion different screen shares. So that'll be really, really nice. Cool. Before I do anything else, let me check real quick. Show and tell. I put out a call a little bit earlier today. I think Keenan, you said you had something.
Yep.
And then I know I have another game here.
That's the first column your initials. Yeah. Then that means the circle thing's alright.
Let's do
I see on the second one.
this. I'm gonna do the schedule real quick, and then we'll get going here in just a minute.
There's a chance I can actually show something off too.
Oh, that'd be great. Alright.
I just need to make sure I can configure everything.
Okay.
Because
I can put you last.
Please do.
Okay. So. And y'all been playing the new Pokemon?
Let me tell you how that game is fire.
I haven't had a chance to play it past the tutorial. I'm really sad.
The tutorial it's very long.
I just
hour long.
really, really long.
I just haven't had time to go past that. I'm too busy with school.
Yeah.
They still don't have a skip tutorial option.
How do you like it, Tom?
I'm having a really so I like grew up with Pokemon, right? That was like my franchise growing up. I haven't played any. I played the Let's Go one. I think when it where is that the name where you could like go and like see all the Pokemon and catch them, right?
Yeah, that the app one. You know, with the phone, you go walk around outside in the cold.
No, that's not the one. Oh wait, is that?
Yeah, there was the phone one, but then there was also Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That was the last one I played, and I liked that one. But other than then, I mean, before that, I hadn't played since like I don't know, like Game Boy Advance or something like a long time ago.
That's fair.
And I really, really like this new one. It's
I do too.
yeah, because my least favorite part of Pokemon is like the fighting combat stuff. And so now that there's this whole other element of like catching them and this weird like stealth gameplay,
Yeah,
of trying to like, sneak
like
up on them and get them. That's like the most interesting thing Pokemon's done for me in like a really long time. So
Yeah.
I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah. You ever like use one of like the wing balls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you just like snipe them from like 100 miles away.
Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts on like the design and everything, but yeah, I think
I can
I'm
get
really
into it
enjoying
later.
it so far. So
Yeah, yeah, me too. Like, yeah, we could talk about that design. I love all the choices that they made. A lot of the
yeah,
choices, not all of them. A lot of the choices that they made
yeah, there's a
in
lot of
terms of
really
like
great
the
stuff in there.
design.
Real quick, we're just kind of filling a little bit more time. Any other final takers for? I posted the list in Show and Tell, or sorry, the chat text channel for Show and Tell. Do you have any other takers? Again, Show and Tell is like a really quick 5-minute kind of presentation, 5-minute like feedback, very rough schedule for all that stuff. Any last takers before we actually jump in? And of course, if you don't want to be talking on stream, feel free, of course, to jump in the chat text channel that we have here, and we'll try and engage with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks so much for streaming this. Yeah, I'm so excited. Philly Game Mechanics is an awesome organization, and I'm so happy that we have everyone here. But hopefully, we have some people out in the void on the internet joining in too, and seeing all the amazing stuff that we came up. I'm so excited, by the way, of just everything we came up with in the game jam this year. I'm so proud of everyone who worked on stuff, and yeah. So today's meeting is going to kind of be a celebration of that. We just wrapped up the Global Game Jam. I think it was, did I say like the 6th or 7th annual Philly Global Game Jawn is what we call it. The Philly Game Mechanics kind of branch of the Global Game Jam. And this year we ran it from the 20th all the way through the 30th. Keeping in mind the spirit of the jam was a 48-hour jam. And so even though it was running all 10 days, kind of the spirit was to try and create a game within like 48 hours of production or so. But in having all 10 days, I think and hope that we kind of reduced a lot of the crunch associated with a lot of game jams, and was just kind of more accessible and flexible for people. So yeah, and we ended up with I believe 9 different games here, if I'm looking at this right. And it's so cool to see like all the different interpretations of the theme, and so many cool like just very different design ideas that yeah, I'm super proud and excited to share tonight. So that'll kind of be the big aspect of the meeting, is kind of going through all those different creations and projects. But to kick things off, we'll be doing our annual, or not annual, our normal show and tell, where we sit down and look at what people are creating in the community for a few minutes, and then give some feedback, ask questions, and whatnot. And then yeah, we'll jump into the game jam stuff. Cool. Well, before we do that, I guess we do have announcements. Do we have anyone, I guess, first of all, from IGDA? Anyone from that organization? / do we have any announcements from there? Did Rachel talk? Did that already happen? Does anyone know?
Nothing's happened as far as I know.
Okay. Then I think that talk is coming up. All right, let me see. Hold on.
Their meetings are the second Tuesday of every month.
Gotcha. Okay, so that would be next week.
Tuesday.
So that's because that's a really important announcement for y'all to be aware of. Yes, February 8th. Yes, okay, here it is. Let me go ahead and share. I'm going to switch over. This is the first announcement. Next Tuesday, February 8th at 7:30 p.m., the IGDA Philadelphia chapter is an amazing group here based in Philly. And they're doing their first guest speaker of the year, who is Rachel Sema. She's kind of from the Philadelphia game mechanics IGDA community. And she's been to a number of larger studios now and is now working at Firaxis as a producer. And they are going to be doing a talk. So if you have any interest in game production stuff, this is going to be like a must-attend talk. You can't miss this. This is going to be a really, really great information panel and discussion. So you can register on Zoom. It's free. You don't have to be a member of IGDA or IGDA affiliate or anything like that. And so definitely, if you have any time on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., this is a really, really great opportunity for you. So definitely check that out. Otherwise, I did want to mention really quickly. Here we are. That Philadelphia Game Mechanics, Philly Game Mechanics has a code of conduct. Please kind of give this a look if you haven't already. And, you know, this code of conduct extends long ago, pre-pandemic. We were in person, right? And we had these magical things called in-person meetings, which don't really exist anymore. But, you know, the code of conduct extends not only in physical space, but also in our digital space. So please kind of be familiar with, you know, our culture and our rules here, and just be inclusive and respectful and all that to everyone in the community, online and physical. And then Game Mechanics has a Patreon. Patreon Philly Game Mechanics. If you'd like to support our community, you can find us on Patreon. And I think I'm not super familiar with it. I'm kind of new to all of this, but I know there's in the past been like t-shirts and things. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what the current plans are for any of the funding or anything like that. But if you'd like to join our 40 patrons here, you can go ahead and be part of our community there on Patreon. And there's more information here on what that will actually get you and all that stuff. But yeah, we're definitely supported by the community and supported by everyone here. So thank you very much for all the support so far. And yeah, we're so excited to carry that forward in 2022. Okay, well, I don't think, does anyone else, I guess, in the know of things have any other announcements? I think we're all up to date. Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to skip what I was doing, if you don't mind.
Gotcha, no problem, Alex. Yeah, believe me, I've had a few here and there. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, we're going to kick things off with some show and tell again before we get into the Game Jam review and celebration. So if we want to kick things off, let me open up the chat text. I'll take Alex off at the end there. With Keenan, do you want to screen share or?
Yeah.
How do you want to? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll share. I'll like screen share Inception your stuff.
Yeah.
So people can join yours, or they can join me. Yeah.
So you'll see my screen and then you'll share.
Yes.
All right. Fair. All right. Go ahead. Let's see here. All right, you see it?
I sure do. I'm gonna drag this on over. Can someone in the chat just kind of verify that you all see this as well?
I see it.
I see it.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. All right, so yeah. All right, let me put on my 5-minute time. So I only really want to talk for like a little bit, and then I can take people questions if they have any questions. Yeah, here we go. I got my time. All right, so yeah, a few of you guys might have already seen this project that I got going on here. Because I showed it at the indie dev night, game night, indie dev night, and or indie arcade night, right? And you know, this is just like a little idea that I'm growing just like over time. It's like actually like one of my first projects that I started when I started coding like a year and some change ago. But like I've just been building on it gradually as like I learn more things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit play here. Let's see here. Probably should already have it playing this one. All right, and you guys can't hear any sound, can you?
No.
No. Yeah, no sound. Yeah, I don't even know how to get that working. Maybe I could figure out some other. But so like I'm making a build where I'm starting to think of like, okay, like how do I want the player's experience to like really start in like this combat game that I got going on in terms of like getting like the first you know, starting like the first quest or something like that. And so you know, I got like this little UI thing. I think this is really cool here. Like what I found out how to do, like I have like this render texture, and I just literally just like took like a Giazzo GIF in my game, and like I made this here. It's like a little showcase of like the inventory. So like it says hit the I key, and equip your sword, right? Um, so like in the inventory, I'm gonna hit I, and then I can literally just like take this little icon here, which is it's got some item information on it, and I drag it over to the weapon slot. Oop, and I'm and like while I have my inventory on, it like turns my camera movement off and stuff. I can't move around, so I'm go ahead and turn my inventory off again. Well, there we go. And then yeah, so now you can see story in my sheath. It wasn't there before. Trust me, it wasn't. You might not have seen it, but it wasn't there. All right. And so yeah, it's a combat game, and I basically got it so it's set up. It's got 4 stances. 1 is the first stance, 2, 3, and 4. And with each stance, you could do like different attacks. I got some little effects on there. That's the second stance, like the first attack. Third stance is like an earthbender attack. Fourth is an actual sword attack. And the transform to that is a little messed up for some reason. Fix that. But and like yeah, and like if I keep clicking, like I can transfer between the four attacks. And like I have some scripts turned off, so there's no like hit stun or anything. But like that's the main thing I wanted to show. Um, and I think it's cool how I set it up. I really had to figure out like how do I get like the you know the inputs to like insert correctly. Like when you hit the inputs, like okay, like you know how does it transfer from the first hit to the second to the third, and then when it does that, how do you transfer like to the other stances? Oh snap! This is doing some crazy stuff now. I'm not, I haven't seen that before. But, and yeah, I'm gonna keep this short actually. So I'll go ahead and if anybody you know is interested and wants to ask some questions or anything like that, take a couple of questions. Oh, what are my plans for the level design? Is it going to be linear or more open? I Pokemon Legends of Arceus actually kind of inspired me. I was thinking like I was borderlining on like making it linear. Um, but Pokemon Legends Arceus it just showed me is like I could because like what I have right now, I have enemies and I have like a thing where I can start building enemy AI. So I'm gonna build some enemy AI, build up like a simple quest system, and probably do something like more open world and like have it like okay like here's the story, go ahead and go here, here's a map, you know where to go, and you know follow the quests and let the story play out because Legends Arceus is actually like inspired that out of me. I haven't played like a lot of games like Legends Arceus. I wanted to play Breath of the Wild, I just never got around to it because I've always been busy. So like yeah, like I'm gonna go ahead and follow that and like so from here you can see like I have like I have a game object right here that was already starting to make like the quests and stuff like that. So I'm gonna build on this and get that going. Any more questions? Ah, that's my timer. I don't know if you want me to ask more answer more questions, Tom, or you just want to move.
Yeah. Do we have one more question?
Sure. Let's see here. Since you're doing open world, are you considering world traversal? And if so, would you tie your combatic mechanic into it to diversify movement? World traversal. So, are you talking about like using like mounts or something, or are you talking about like actual like teleportation? And in terms of like tying combat, uh, yeah, that confuses me a little bit. I mean, like I would tie my like movement and just in general into the combat. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Here, I'll just unmute for this one. I guess yeah. What I was thinking was like, would you like? I guess I'm best like the best way I can think of this is like maybe try like some kind of like parkour throughout the world and like tie the different like fighting styles into like different movement options.
Ah, that is a good idea. Like I haven't thought about like tying like actual like movement into like each of the four stances, but that could be cool. Where it's like yeah, like if you're like in an earth stance, like in a defender stance right there, like maybe you have like a skill that you could use or something that would like help you jump off of like a piece of rock or something. That'd be cool.
I mean, I guess as cliche as this may sound, I guess when I think like open world, I think about like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and how like they have all sorts of like different ways you can travel the map. And so just when I hear open world games, I think about like, what options are there for movement? I mean, of course not like
Mm.
a requirement necessarily, just something that came to mind.
It's all about fun. So if it's fun, like yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to like I don't know, like maybe play Breath of the Wild actually for once and see what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, of
You
course,
know?
like, if like this isn't like a movement focused game and it's just going to be an unnecessary mechanic, then you don't include it. It's more just like, if that would make it more interesting, more fun, then yeah.
Yeah. I know absolutely. I agree. That would be cool. No, I'm gonna check out what you're talking about with Breath of the Wild for sure. All right. Should I stop it there? I can stop it there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. But definitely feel free to keep answering questions and keep asking questions in the chat text channel. And we can keep the conversation going there. But yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome stuff. Great.
Let me turn.
All right, and then do we have our next presenter here?
Yep.
Ready to go?
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And I think you sent me the itch build, right?
Yep. Yeah, the WebGL link and all that.
Yep. I think I have it right here. Let me see if
Awesome.
there's one. And I think there should be sound when I go and start playing this. Do you want to do any kind of intro or anything before I start playing?
Yeah, I could talk about it first for a little bit, sure. So, hi, everyone. My name's Mark Smani. I do audio stuff. And the game that I'm showing here is just a little thing that me and Zenis from Quadratron worked on. And this was just, it wasn't with Quadratron, it was just like a little passion project kind of vibe. And so he just asked me to kind of get involved, and I was kind of happy to. And I guess the reason I wanted to show it was with the game jam. The game that I worked on was me and I, and that was sort of like a very narratively driven kind of project. And this is just sort of a totally different feel of this is just genre specific. Like what I did with the music and the sound effects were largely influenced by like the just arcade shooters and everything that you would think of just seeing like the little kind of videos there. And the music was just influenced by some of those kind of cult sci-fi thrillers from all those previous decades of any movie that you can think of that started with the and blank. So like The Thing or the Birds, the whatever you think of. It was just kind of like that vibe. So it was like Bernard Herrmann and maybe like a little Jerry Goldsmith influence. And what I did here was just, like I said, just completely genre specific, no real narrative. And so it's just like a fun little kind of thing that I thought I'd show. And so my computer's a little fidgety with streaming and stuff like that from time to time. So I sent Tom the link, and we can just watch him play, put him in the hot seat.
Yes, and I'm, by the way, very bad at video games, so y'all
I
get to
can
watch
walk you through
me.
the controls too if you need.
Perfect, yeah. Let me go ahead and start running this and see if we do get sound coming through correctly. Hopefully we do. I won't be able to hear it because I'm kind of in my own zone here, but let me know if y'all can hear the audio correctly.
Yeah,
Yep,
I can
hear
hear
it.
it.
Oh, perfect. This is so bizarre. I can't hear anything, but that's fine. Cool. All right. I did not read anything about
Okay,
controls.
so it's WASD to kind
Okay.
of move around.
Okay.
Spacebar teleport you like that just did, and then if you press F, that will shoot.
WASD. Oh, do I have? Hold on. Oh, arrows.
Oh,
Arrows.
it's the arrows. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, gotcha.
So then, yeah, if you press the down arrow, that'll put like this shield on that'll kind of protect you. Forward will just kind of move you around, and then you just aim.
And what's is there shooting? Sorry, did you say?
Yeah, so that's if you press F, you'll shoot.
F. Gotcha. Perfect. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, and if y'all have any questions, feel free to. I can't I'm trying to read chat and things, but I'm having a hard time. So please feel free to jump in if you have questions.
Yeah, so I mean, more or less, that's pretty much the game. It's you just goes through levels like that. So I'm seeing what engines you developed this in. We used Unity, and that kind of like CRT TV effect aesthetic, like CB mentioned. That was I think Zenith used something called Wheels or something like that. That allowed him to kind of play with some of these kind of aesthetic-based things, which is awesome. And then we did the audio through FMod, which we really didn't need to do, but I work with Zenith on some other projects with Project On, so this was the first one that we kind of paired FMod with, so we got to see kind of how it works and what we could do with it, and just that sort of thing. So he was all for it, which was cool. So the one thing we did with FMod that we probably still could have done with Unity in reality, with Alex's question about if the processing is baked in, the only processing that is on, it's just the music, is there's all that filtering that's on there that kind of gives it that dated sound. That's tied to an effect or like a mixer kind of snapshot setting, is what they call it in FMod. But basically, there's a setting in the settings menu to turn off that kind of like TV effect, that aesthetic effect, and it's just the audio's tied to that. Of the music will get like that nice full mix that sounds a little bit more modern. Nicely done, Tom.
I got a little bit better, slowly but surely, right? Very cool. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I could go on and on about questions about post-processing and controls and all kinds of things, but any other questions that we have from the audience? I see lots of really nice comments. I totally agree with all of them.
Yeah, I think Zenith did a really nice job. He did like all the programming, and I think the art assets were largely just stuff he kind of had hanging around that he was looking to use. But yeah, I think he tied it all nicely together. I think he did really great with it. And like you said before, Tom, I'm happy to answer any other thoughts or questions in chat too if you want to move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for sharing this. This is so cool. Oh, I guess is this publicly released? Can people play this? Can they download it?
So, right now, he's been putting like the betas and everything that he's been playtesting on itch publicly. But his plan right now is he's building. He has it on Apple TV and he's working to get it on the Switch. And that's when he gets that all set up. His idea is he wants to publicly release it then. So like it's technically released now, but not fully.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
We're in the exact same boat, so yes.
Awesome.
I know our studio is like in the same way, porting to different consoles and things. So yeah,
awesome. Well, we're in good company.
Yeah, half release and a full console release and stuff in the future. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, this is a perfect Switch game. You know, totally play this on the Switch. Awesome stuff. All right, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for doing the screen share for me, Tom.
Yeah, no problem. Awesome. All right. Well, again, thanks so much for all of our show and tell presenters tonight. And yeah, I think without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into showcasing all the Global Game Jam submissions for this year. That'll be like the remainder of this meeting here. Again, a lot of really amazing stuff here. I'm making sure that I have. I did go through. I don't know if anyone has uploaded like new builds. Since we did the last meeting on Sunday, kind of at the very end of the jam. But I did try and go through and make sure I downloaded like all the latest stuff from like a few minutes ago. So hopefully I have like all the latest stuff. But if I don't and you're here and you notice I'm like playing an old build or something, just let me know. And I can try my best to go and find the latest stuff. So, and I don't know if we have all the developers here tonight. And so in their absence, if anyone isn't here, I do still want to show everything. Everything is publicly available and stuff, so you can, of course, go and download all of these games and play them all right now. If you go to the globalgamejam.org/2022, jam sites, Philly Global Game Jawn, and you'll see our site and all the amazing games that we have here. So you can play all of these. All of these games are also open source, I should mention. So if you're ever curious, as with all Global Game Jam submissions, if you're ever curious on how they were made, for hopefully all the projects, you can open them up and see kind of the insides. So if you have any interest in kind of looking at these as academic things, you're definitely free to do that. So very cool. I don't know if we have our first creator here who made the deck builder meets first person shooter. I believe Ryan. I don't know if they're here tonight, but I can definitely try and best I can kind of talk about the design that they were going for. And I can also pull it up in the meantime. And let me start my timer too. I'm going to try and keep these moving along at a pretty good pace. Again, we have like 9. So I'm going to try and do like maybe 10 minutes for each one, including like Q&A and all that stuff. I guess developers, if you are here and you want to kind of speak about your games at all during any of this, we'll kind of do the same thing we did last time of just talking about how you interpreted the theme. The theme this year was duality. And so Global Game Jam gives like a single word theme, and you can interpret it however you want to. And these are all the creations that were that came from that. So yeah, this is a deck builder meets first person shooter. I'm going to go ahead and pull this guy up. And again, I can't hear, so please let me know if the audio is like crazy out of whack. But hopefully y'all should be able to actually hear and see everything. No problem this time. If it is going to pull up. It's going to pull up. I clicked it, I promise. Is it doing that thing where it's like, oh no, Unity is going to destroy your computer? Let me see. Interesting. going to be like 10 instances of the game now. Oh, yeah. Okay, here they all come. All right. All right, let
I'm
me
glad
close.
it's not just me who does this.
Believe me, it doesn't matter how technically savvy you are. If you're a computer programmer or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's always gonna cause trouble, especially when people are watching. Computers, I truly believe, are sentient, and they totally know when people are watching and decide to misbehave. I don't know. Can you all hear this at all? I don't know if there's actually any audio. Let me try. Let me jump in here. I think there's audio. Can y'all hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, great. Yeah, so I do know from the discussion that we had on Sunday that this was made in the Unity engine, and it was kind of this exercise of trying to design a deck builder within the framework of Unity's first-person shooter template. And so you can go and choose some different power-ups here, and you have to kind of make some decisions on what you want to actually play from your hand. So I'm going to try and do supply some 15 armor. I like the quick finger. The jetpack is like my favorite. I remember that was like super cool. I don't think I have access to that yet. Yeah, all right. And so I can only do 4, right? At one time, so. And one of the interesting things about this game, I know, is that I think the only way to get health, or one of the only ways, is to actually get it through a card that you play. And so you have to it balances a lot of like risk reward things, and kind of just gives the player a lot of agency in how they want to play the game. Nice. And of course, I am not the developer of this, so I can't answer like any specific questions as well as the actual creator could. But if you do have any questions, and I know that this was a solo dev project, so I can't say if anyone from the team is here. But yeah, I think there are some people here who are close to the creator, so there might be some insight from there. But again, I do know that this was made in Unity. I know I had asked a question before about procedural generation. Oh man. About procedural generation and how there are a handful of levels layouts that are kind of created for this project, and then it randomly chooses between which one is going to play next. So it kind of has like a random playlist for the different environments you go into. I know that there's 2 different enemies that you can attack. So we get here and we have a decision here of, do we want to try and regain some health? You can see I'm very close to dying. Or do we want to choose a 1-cost card to apply permanently? Ooh, that would be super great, but I'm also like about to die. So I should probably go with the one heals me up. And then I can again play 4 different cards here. So let's go destruction. Where's that jetpack? That was like the coolest thing. I want that one again. You can like fly around and stuff. It's really cool. And I do remember that the creator was saying that, again, they had started with Unity's first-person shooter template. So this wasn't really an exercise in like designing those mechanics or anything. I think they said a lot of the movement controls and stuff like that, the shooting and a lot of the assets and things came from that. But this is kind of more of an exercise in terms of balancing. Oh yeah, here's my jetpack. Ooh, yeah, this one's so cool. And I should probably bandage, give myself a little bit of health. Draw 2 cards. I already have the jetpack. I think I'll go with those. Oh no, did I need both to do the jetpack? Man. Well, that's okay. I do know it's kind of like a roguelike thing, where you die and it's like a permadeath thing, and you have to like restart. And I don't know if there's any persistence between deaths. I don't think you keep any cards, or I could just fall off the map. That's a good way to die. But yeah, that is the deck builder meets first person shooter project from Ryan. And I think it turned out really amazing. A lot of super interesting design ideas in there. And it will be a common theme that you hear me say, but I feel like so many of these games, I know these were created for a game jam, but I feel like there's so much potential to kind of keep expanding them and playing with mechanics going forward. So hopefully they get to keep playing around with that. But yeah, that is deck builder meets first person shooter. Clap, 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 clap. Good stuff. Awesome. Next we have Dichotomy. Do we have anyone from that team? No. Okay. Well then I can try. Maybe. Oh yeah, this is the one where maybe I will actually beat it this time because it got so close last time. It was really close. Oh. All right, let's open this guy up. And I'll just go ahead and read the description here. It's a platformer with a cat trying to reach the end. Don't worry, failing is not the end. Or sorry, falling is not the end. Failing probably, I don't know if you can fail actually. You can certainly fall, which I will certainly do, probably many times. I think I still kind of remember the level, so hopefully this will go a little bit better than last time. But yeah, this is Dichotomy. Here's a cat. Again, I feel like we should have the music going this time. And yeah. So from what I remember, the concept, there are these platforms that you can only see when you're either very close to them or when you are kind of in this underworld kind of alternate version. And then when you fall into this alternate reality thing, the physics change and the movement changes and all that stuff. And so it's kind of this memorization type game where you have to memorize where the platforms are and jump on them very precisely, which I'm very bad at doing, but I'm going to really try. Oh, this one. I think I even remember this one was like, oh, overshot it. I think there was some discussion about Schrodinger's cat in terms of like the theme and stuff like that. Again, theme was duality, so could definitely imagine how that could be playing into part of it. Oh! How did it go that far? Come on! All right, so this one's near, and then yeah. Okay. So again, it's like this memorization thing where you have to kind of memorize where the platforms are, and time your physics and jumps accordingly. So I like to think it's harder than it looks. I don't know if people, maybe it looks really hard. Hopefully it does. Again, I'm not super great at games, but I'm not this bad. Oh my god. Really gentle, right? Really gentle, right there. Oh man, because the hard part is as soon as you get the momentum going, your momentum kind of carries over, so you have to be really careful on the takeoff. It's all about the takeoffs. Ooh, okay. Blow it down. Oh! Maybe I'm just never gonna beat this. I know that originally they were not gonna try and have it be as frustrating, but that's just kind of what it became. And I think the frustration genre of games, like Getting Over It and I Am Bread and all these things, is definitely a genre. Oh! Alright, we got this, y'all. Here we go. Please. Alright, this one I remember a little bit easier, a little bit more forgiving. You can jump up, Oh, oh. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna smash my keyboard. I don't know how many more times I can do this. Yeah, again, I'm not the creator for this one, so I can't, and they're not present today, so I can't like answer really any big design questions. But I do know that they, yeah, they I think had a really good time with the jam, and yeah, it turned out I think again with a ton of potential. I think the mechanic is, I can see a bunch of YouTubers playing this and raging out and having a great time with it. So great. Okay, so that is Dichotomy, made by our a few developers here. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 developers here. So great job, everyone involved. Cool. Okay, next up we have this. I still don't know how to pronounce this. Dominus Passus. Do we have the developer? Any of the developers here? Oh. I do still have it. Ooh, very upset about this. We're gonna run anyway. I think for this one, I don't know if I can full screen this, but I can. Maybe this will work. Ah, well, that's probably a little bit better, right? Again, let me know if you can hear anything. Yeah. This is the one. Oh, I should probably read the description before we get any further here. Oop. You are god of peace, but your only tool is violence. Trample and terrify the humans until they are too weak or too scared to fight anymore. Select a power, then click to stomp or click and drag to throw boulders. If too many people die, you lose. So I think when I was first playing this, of course, my first instinct was just to stomp on everyone all the time because that's a really fun thing to do. But you kind of don't want to do that. Which is an interesting design choice. So I am this powerful god. I can stomp on people, as you can see. Actually, I apparently can't. It's a little bit harder than I thought. I can also take out some boulders and roll them. Mash them around. Our 2 sides here are fighting, and I am not really helping to ease their tensions. Though I don't know if there was like a giant monster stopping, I feel like I'd probably stop fighting the humans, but you know, it's just me. I know there is a mana system. I think that's a cooldown for when you can use your abilities. And I have 34 deaths at this point, so not super great. Let's see if I can rack it up a little bit. Oh, I did win. All right. Okay. Well, maybe you have to do like under 50 or something, but I can do even better. Let's try. I think this was my pro strat last time, is really trying to keep them from killing each other by creating this interesting like ravine of boulders that sometimes doesn't kill people. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely agree. A very clever use of the theme. Again, the theme was duality, and certainly this is, you know, I think playing on it pretty explicitly. This is really cool. And again, so many cool, I mean, even so far you've seen very dramatically different interpretations of the theme. So a lot of really interesting designs came out of this one. Let's see, I still have 0 deaths. Look at me. This is like perfect game. I don't know what happens when they fly off the screen. I guess they're okay. Oh, there they go. Retreating. I win. 0 death. That is a perfect playthrough, everyone. So, not to pat myself on the back, but
Clap,
that
clap,
was,
clap, 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 clap.
thank you. Noticeably better than the last time I tried to play this. So, yeah. So this is Dominus Passus, I guess. Again, don't know how to pronounce it, but very cool. I think this was made in, was this in Godot? I think this was Is that what this says? I think it was a Godot project. Yeah. And again, they have the repository here on GitHub. All of these projects should be open source, so you can, if you have any questions about like how they're made or anything like that, you can also, I know all the creators are probably somewhere here in the Discord. If you ever want to ping them or something, ask them about their projects, definitely feel free to do that. Again, a lot of really cool things happening here. So, yeah. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to our next one, which is Me and I, which I know I also have downloaded, and I believe we have some members of the team here.
Yeah, there's a couple of us here, I think.
Yay! Awesome. Do you all want to say anything about your game before we jump in?
I can talk about some general stuff, and then they will have to talk about anything that has anything to do with coding or making the actual levels.
Yeah, if you just want to do a really quick kind of like elevator pitch or just description of what the game is, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing to do would be for me to just read the description, which is, in Me and I, a young boy is facing the most difficult situation of his life so far. He needs help navigating what's coming, and in an unbelievable way, he gets it. In this deceptively simple puzzle platformer, a man and his unlikely young accomplice team up with the help of Mom to navigate their toughest experience together. Through increasingly complex puzzles, and boy, did they get complex, the characters slowly discover the ways in which they can help each other move forward, both in the game and in their real lives.
Awesome. And yeah, I'll go ahead and just jump right in. I don't remember any of the puzzle designs or solutions, so y'all are gonna have to struggle with me again. Watching people play puzzle games is sometimes very painful, but hopefully it'll be a good representation. And again, a quick audio check. We're all good there.
We can hear the music. I'm gonna stay quiet for a minute so the voiceover plays, but then I can talk a little bit more about the experience.
And I'm not gonna hit settings so y'all can keep hearing the music, because I know that was a thing. So.
Thank you.
Yes.
He didn't even know what the word diagnosis meant when it was time to tell him mine.
Oh, and I don't know. I'm so sorry if I can't hear it myself, so I don't know if I'm gonna be cutting off any of the voice acting. So I'm gonna try my best.
Take a few days rest and go back to things. This wasn't that. I wasn't going to get better. I worried he'd be sad, but turns out he was just angry. I didn't want that for him, but he was angry. I couldn't come to dinner every night. Angry I couldn't play with him like I used to. That I missed his recitals. He was learning violin. He worked so hard to make me proud. And I get where his anger came from. A mother knows. A mother understands. Somebody's already mentioned the music, which was Mark and Obert working together on that. They did such a good job. While Tom's playing, I'll talk a little bit. I did, this was my first jam, and I just had a really amazing time. I had such a good team. I'm a writer, I'm not a coder, and I was hesitant to join a jam. I thought I wouldn't be able to contribute a lot, but it was so much fun. It was really fun to build the concept of the game together with the narrative, finding a way to support the narrative with the mechanics and vice versa. We kind of all worked together on the ideas in the beginning. A lot of times a writer comes in after everything's kind of set and the mechanics are there and you have to make the story fit. And so it was a lot of fun to kind of have some freedom and to get to work with the team on what kind of story they wanted to have. Tom, you might have to hit back. Oh, there you go. That works too.
Got it.
Good job. But anyway, it was just a really great experience. As far as the duality concept, we kind of started with the broad idea of young and old, adult and kid. And what grew from there was this story we wanted to create where, naivety and wisdom have to come together to learn from each other. And these puzzles are so much fun and so cool. The concepts everyone came up with are amazing. I will say at some point with the Game Jam version, it just gets really hard really quickly. So you get like four levels that are simple. Then it gets a lot. But anyway, it's a great experience. If anybody has questions about the coding and the level design, that's for the other folks who are in here, not for me. If you notice when Tom's switching, the music changes when you're playing the child character and the adult character. It switches between them, which is really cool. Seeing my child like this, both as the little boy I knew so well and the man I never got to see him become, well, it's magical. But it hurts, too. Because I know I can't change what's coming, or what's already come. All I know is I want my son to grow up to be happy and fulfilled. If only it had gone a little differently. I've made that mistake. I think you have to backspace.
Yeah. This is a new one to me. I haven't done this one before, so this is exciting. I'll get to see me actually try and solve these now.
Yeah, I tried to stream this the other night on Twitch, and I got past this part and then got to the really hard levels. It was... We're implementing, so we do want to continue expanding this game, and we do intend to implement perhaps a save function or a checkpoint function, because it gets really complicated later.
Right on my head. Interesting.
Oh, that's so smart. I was gonna give the hint to teleport, but that also worked very well.
This is a, what is it, emerging gameplay or something like that? Yeah, this is a, I forgot you could do that too. That's really smart too. Oh no, my box. Love my box.
You can jump him back down there, I think. Oh, I don't know. You might have to jump the kid back down there and teleport him.
All right, well, I think I'm going to leave the end of this one as a mystery for anyone interested in playing. Y'all can probably see where this is going, but yeah, again, beautiful job, everyone on the team. Again, I think as someone who is like very aesthetically focused in their design, this is really right up my alley. So congratulations, this is awesome, awesome stuff. Cool. All right, well, thanks again so much for all the developers here too, who came tonight and talked about their work. Amazing job, once again. I think I did. Did I skip? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, good. We're still in order then. Great. All right. So this one, the Soul Grind. Do we have a build anywhere? Because I'd love to see it. I know it looks beautiful. Conceptually, looks really amazing. But yeah, do we have anything we can play, or does anyone want to screen share at all?
So the thing about Palestine Soul Grind is well, for Justin was supposed to upload it, but
okay.
That being said, though, like with this game, I feel like we bit off a little bit more than we could chew. So we had like a little like sandbox type like thing set up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't completely finished. I wasn't even.
Yeah. I mean, with game jams, of course, it's all about the experience, learning experience, creative experience. So definitely, I mean, whatever you get done is an accomplishment. If you get anything done, a single line of code written, you've accomplished something. So.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I could show like the mechanics and stuff that I put in and like and talk about our idea that we had going with it. If you want to go and do that,
that'd be great if you'd like to show that.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I just have to pull it up.
Great.
All right.
And yeah, I guess is that going to take like a minute, or do you already have it?
Yeah. Actually, so go ahead and show the next one.
Cool.
And then,
yeah, we'll circle back. Cool. Perfect. All right, so then we can move on to return to this one in just a minute. But Pistols at Dawn will be the next one. I don't know if we have anyone here from that team.
I'm here.
Awesome. Hey, Chris. Yeah, do you want to just really kind of briefly do like the elevator pitch about what the game is?
Yeah, so Pistols at Dawn is about, it's I guess like a silly dueling game, taking duality and turning it into duality. And it's basically, yeah, it's very reminiscent of like Punch Out in terms of art style and sort of like the comedic, like NES sort of silly violence or like slapstick sort of violence in a dueling game. And we're kind of playing off of just like the etiquette rules of, I guess, like 1810, where I guess I forget the story because we changed it. Sorry.
It looks like an innocent game of drop the handkerchief, to which the host gleefully obliged. However, much to Flanders' dismay, the guests had rigged the game. And this did indeed enrage Mr. Piccadilly, I believe is their name. And thus he challenged them to a duel. Every last foul and ungrateful smell feast. The instrument of choice, pistols at dawn.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
again,
the game kind of just like says all it needs to, you know.
Once more before we get into this, this was made in Construct?
Construct 3, yeah.
There you go.
The web-based game engine. So that was one of our goals as a team, was to learn this game engine and make something small scoped and polished, I guess.
I'm going to try and be a little bit better at dueling here today. And yeah, do you want to explain the mechanics as I'm playing?
Yeah, so I guess the idea was to play off like the golf bars in like golf games, for anyone that's played like a Mario Golf or something, where there's kind of this trade-off of shooting fast, but having the bar be inaccurate because it's going very quickly, or waiting a little bit to have the bar slow down. So when you go to draw, the bar starts faster, because when you pull up for a draw, it's obviously harder at the beginning, and then it gets easier the longer you take to aim. So over time, it gets a little slower and easier, but that also gives the enemy more time to shoot back at you. So you're just kind of trying to, you know, balance like your own skill and dexterity against what the enemy is gonna do. And we really wanted that for like a multiplayer like sort of gameplay. We thought that might work better, where you're not sure if I'm gonna shoot or if I'm gonna hold. Having AI is a lot more predictable and less fun. But so that's like something we might develop in the future, is adding like some kind of multiplayer aspect.
Out of curiosity, did you all make a new build of this? I feel like I'm way better at this time.
No,
Did you make it easier? Okay.
My high score is 33.
Oh wow. Okay. Well. All right. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Yeah, so this works with touchscreen on mobile. So if you go to this page, you can like use touchscreen. That's the hardest control scheme for me. And then you can left click, which is like medium, and then I find the easiest is using controller. I was able to get the best with using like the triggers. And Construct made all that really easily, all those different input methods. And yeah, this uses like mostly visual scripting. It was almost within the free trial limit, but we just overreached slightly and had to pay like the $16 a month to use Construct 3.
Out of curiosity, for the engine, if you pay the subscription, is that for one seat or is it for a team?
The 16 a month is one seat,
Gotcha.
I believe. The payment amount is like more than I would like to actually use this as like a real game engine that I would make real games in.
And is there any, I mean, I know there was a trial that you all used, but similar to Unity or Unreal, is there any type at all of free access to like indies or like even non-commercial games or anything like that?
I honestly think you can use the free one, and it looks like you can publish to HTML5 and Construct Arcade with the free one. To build Android, iOS, or desktop, or any other ones, you have to like use the paid one. But if you want just the basic ones, those are free. It's less a problem, I guess, for us in terms of like the shipping. It's like less a problem of the shipping rather than like you can only have up to 50 events in the free version, and you can only have like 50 lines of code in like JavaScript in the free version. So you're like extremely limited in terms of just like what you can make with the free assets that they give you. Yeah, and like timeline animations, you get like one that's up to like 5 seconds long. You can like deform a one mesh. You get one web font. You get one post-processing effect. You get like 2 layers to your game scene. So it's just really hard to make something with the free version, basically.
How on earth did you get 30 something in a row? This is. I thought I was like in the zone and it was like easy, but does it get progressively harder infinitely?
Unfortunately not. It's just they shoot. So their shooting animation is like 14 frames because we wanted to like telegraph pretty clearly when they're about to shoot. And before they start that animation, they wait anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, just randomly. Yeah, we would love bringing like a leaderboard in. We definitely talked about like an online leaderboard or a online gameplay as well, just where you can like, I guess it would be battle royale style, where you just face off. I guess more like tournament style than battle royale. Or just like I pick to play with my friend or whatever locally. Yeah, and I know that Corey and Anders and Devin are like pretty they're pretty set on working on this like for like probably about 4 months and trying to like ship it in 4 months on mobile app stores. And basically the only thing we'd be adding to the game, if we can't do the multiplayer, at least like leaderboards and multiplayer, would just be actual like difficulty progression, enemy behaviors, sort of like different stat and ability modifiers that you get after each kill or whatever. And you can see like what enemies are upcoming next, so that you could sort of pick your abilities based on like what battles lie ahead for you, if that makes sense.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think that oh, and thank you. Thanks. And I think that, yeah, Construct, I mean, I know they have like King and what's the other one? King and Zynga like develop using Construct as far as I'm aware, or at least for some of their games. But yeah, they don't, I would say they're like kind of a smaller engine in terms of like how well adopted they are. I don't really ever hear of anyone making games in Construct. It looks like Sega and EA have also made some games in Construct. So they have like some pretty big users, but yeah, it's just hard to pay for something like this when Unity's free. And yeah, you can get like $100 a year, and that saves you, I guess, like 50%, which is pretty steep. That's like a lot of savings actually. But yeah, then business plans, it looks like it's $400 per seat. And then like if I do like 14 seats, I don't know if there's any like, I don't know why you'd buy a business license if it's that much more expensive. It doesn't make sense.
Businesses
startup
just
business
don't exist.
licenses are only $150 a year. So if you're a startup, it's about $12.50 per seat monthly for like one person, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Do you know at all if the performance is dependent on the computer?
You know, maybe. We honestly don't know.
It's probably pretty important.
Probably. It's probably running. We didn't really look into like the frame refresh rate or anything at all. It kind of just worked. So I will say, even though Construct is, I guess, pricey, everything worked pretty easy and quick, and like we'd all never used this engine before, and we were able to put together a pretty decent thing in about probably like, I don't know, we sat together and probably worked for like 10 good hours. And we were able to put together a pretty good amount of stuff. And we also spent a little bit of time solo, just like learning the engine, and Anders made some art when he wasn't with us. But yeah, I mean, for considering like the small amount of time, like I've tried to pick up other engines, like Godot, and I was not as successful in the same amount of time, I would say. So that's
game
something
turned out
for
great,
Construct.
and great to again hear that there's future plans for bringing it to a wider market and other platforms and things like that. So really, really awesome job. Very nicely done. Congrats to everyone on the team. Yay. Clap, 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 clap. Cool. Do we have Soul Grind? Do we just want to quickly kind of show off any concepts or anything? Great.
Yep. I'll show what kind of concepts we had going.
Great.
Let's see here.
And I'll go ahead and kind of again stream.
Pseudo stream.
Yes.
All right. So all right. So obviously a big difference between like the thumbnail and like what we got going on here, right? But so our 3D environment artist, he had some buildings made up, and I went ahead and slapped them in like this little play scene here, and the game, the whole concept behind it was you're going to be like this two characters, like two roller skaters, and you'd be able to switch between them, and one could wall ride and one could grind, and then like these these purple things right here, these are our pseudo spray cans, and these would be like little spray can objects, and you'd be able to pick them up, and based on the number of spray cans that you had, you'd be able to kind of like enter like this mini game whenever you face like a wall. Oh, and I'm lagging a little bit here. Hold on. There we go. Right. So like we have spray cans, right? And if I collect 5 of them, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the whole number of I'm going like if I have 5 of them, right? Did I edit? Yeah, it did. I probably should do this. There we go. Right. So so now right. If I have 11 of them, right? So that means it's gonna set up so it costs 5 spray cans in order to like get into like this little mini game thing. So I'm going towards this wall, right? And it's like, and then I'm gonna hit the F key, and it's like this little mini game where it's timed, and if your goal is to like rapidly press the F key, within 3 seconds, and then when you rapidly you complete the little game, you would actually spray paint on the wall. Oh yeah, and then the goal would be yeah right. The goal would be right at that point to do this several times. So you can see that I did it like 3 times, like the little mini game thing, and you win the game. And so you basically just have to collect 15 cans, I guess, and it will be switching. You get them jumping around the environment and switching between these two characters. One being able to wall ride and one being able to grind. And and yeah, after you cause enough vandalism, you win the game. So that's what we had going on. And I could show you. We had like oh, on this wall right here, like there's cans on the wall, and they're there for a reason. So if I jump, whoa. So I have the whole wall ride thing put in, and it still rises. As I go up the wall, I would just have to put like some gravity on it when a wall rides. But like you can see it, and I just went through the wall there. You can see like when I jump and I hit the R key, and I can like pull off at any moment too. I can jump, hit the R key, and then I would like ride against the wall, and I'd be able to get those cans. When I make it work correctly. And then that should be one example. And I was working on the grind system, and something I really enjoyed about working on this and putting in the mechanics that I put in was I never like actually attempted to like have a player like stick to an object based on like a mechanic. So on my wall ride mechanic, it was like really interesting to see how like a way to do that would just like basically like add a force. That's what I did. Like I added a force like against the wall essentially. When you do like the wall ride, it like kind of makes them stick. And I was really enjoying like making like attempting to make the whole grinding system because I was working with like nodes and like getting the transform of the player to like ride those nodes, and it was like, oh, okay. But like that's the thing about it is like I think one thing I really learned too, like is really important to know what you're capable of, and what your team members are capable of, and like and what it would take to do certain things. Like or at least take what you're capable of, and like just like work with that. And so I think that's one of the reasons why we didn't complete the game, but I enjoyed what I did do for sure. Yeah. Mini game, and I'm winning the game again. There you go. But yeah. If anybody got any questions, that's really it. The little concept we had going on.
And I can read the questions. I don't know if you have Discord pulled up, but
I didn't.
okay.
Yeah,
You
said super cool. Did you use
Yeah.
splines at all for the grinding, or just specific transform? Yeah, no splines, and like you're talking about using like like Bezier curves.
Yes. Yeah.
No Bezier curves. So what I did was that's all I'm not screen share. What I did was I go into the script because I have to go back. I don't necessarily remember everything. Is it this one? Yeah. No, that's not the one I want. Here we go. Obstacle, right? So I had there's like a game object that so like when the game starts, it would like collect nodes that's in the child, like the children of a game object. Let me pull it up again. Where's that? Bam. Right. So like this would be the grind path game object. The grind path scripts on there, and these are 4 nodes that would that the player would be able to like jump onto, and then and I was looking into using like transform inverse transform point to like or inverse transform mode, something like that, to like get the player to like be a child the uh of the grind path and like move along in the space of the children essentially. And And like, yeah, I didn't completely like accept that mechanic because I wanted to work on other things in the project and get like more stuff done because it was getting complex after trying for a little bit. But yeah, no splines. It was like a node transform system. Like maybe I can show you like there's a method right here where it's like so like the position 1 would be like the node that say like you like land on the grind path. Like the grind path would have like a cylinder a cylinder collider. Yeah. And a cylinder collider would point to the next node, and if you hit the cylinder collider, that's when I would use inverse transform point, and then do all that transform math, and then position 1 would be the node of the cylinder that you landed on, and then you travel along that cylinder, and then position 2 would be the end point of that cylinder, and then like that would get node, like the position 2 would become position 1 once you hit the second node, and then like that's what this method is doing essentially, and it's moving the player like along that. I didn't completely figure out the like once you get to the end of the cylinder, making it switch and like making that switch to the cylinder. Like this is all I got, man.
Very cool.
But yeah, no splines.
Cool.
Does this mean we could see wall riding and fighting? Yes, sir. That's what that means. Yes, sir, Mark. Absolutely. Let me tell you, like in terms of for FLO, well, FLO is not the topic, but yeah. So let's see. Any more questions? Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, that's what we got going on with that.
Awesome. Yeah, and again, I mean, I don't think really. I mean, some games are more complete than others, but I think it's very, very rare that you get a full completed game out of a game jam. But I mean, definitely everything you use is an educational experience, and of course, you can use any of this work in other projects and expand it and adapt and all that stuff. So again, anything that gets made is an incredible feat. So
yeah,
really, really nice job.
Sure. Yeah. It was yep. It was my first time like actually like working in like a full team like coordination thing. So that was still great for me.
Oh yeah, that's an amazing experience getting to work in a creative collaborative team. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, great job. Really nice stuff. Clap, 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 clap. Yay.
Yeah, everybody clap.
Do a little clap emoji there. I wish they had like the little animated like on Zoom where you could like see everyone emoting in real time. That'd be cool, right?
Oh yeah, that would be fire. Come on, Discord.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We're on the next one.
Great stuff. All right. So next up we have, I think, do I have my order right here? I kind of skipped a little bit. Yeah, Pooh Game. Do we have any developers from the Pooh Game?
Let's see. So you actually don't have the developer. She's not here, but you have, let's see, one of the composers, maybe two.
Beautiful.
No, it's just me.
Well,
and I'm the one who did One Piece for it.
Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in. I can read the description really quickly.
I believe it. The basic idea was to go with what Ada had presented on the jam day. It had initially been the idea of, not sure, fixing your friend's emotions, but feeling your friend's emotions and soothing them out. Initially was the idea, and then Ada had been paying attention to the diversifiers of stuff going into the public domain this year. And that was about music, but she noticed that Winnie the Pooh had gone into the public domain and turned it into a really cute game where you are Winnie the Pooh or an abstract version thereof, and you go around helping your friends, listening to your friends. And the idea, at least, was to, and continues to be, to make mini games to do that. Ada was able to complete one of them. And since I'm one of the composers, I should mention, Joe Lewis did a huge amount of composing for it. I had very little time, so I did one piece, well, two pieces, but one of them made it in. And they are all in chiptune style. I did mine using my Sega Genesis, and Joe did his in pretty much in NES style.
It's their birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's it. Feel free to play, Tom.
Great. I am trying really hard to play. I don't know. You can probably see my task manager is doing the same thing where it is really trying kind of to open it. I feel like sometimes Unity decides when it wants to open and when it doesn't. So I might have to try again.
I unfortunately can't stream at the moment, as I said, having some bandwidth fun.
I feel like if it's not using any of my CPU... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that one's
I
mine.
have
Maybe
everything
this is
under
for,
control. I don't know if you can hear anything.
Yep, it's audible. I can hear it.
You get stream
I'm watching
inception
into infinity.
for a minute. Maybe. Oh wait, can I do? Oh no, I can't do that. Okay. But if I this is XSplit, by the way, everyone. Very exciting things. It decided to open in the other window, so we're gonna switch over real quick. Great. And yeah, this is Pooh Game. Oops. This.
Oh, and all of the characters have their own individual themes, as I said.
Whoa. Where are you going? Where are you going? No. Look at you. Ah. Yeah, and I remember the developer talking about some of the cool shader work that they have going on, kind of this scrolling texture that's on the ground and on the trees, and definitely the music that changes from character to character. Really cool stuff there. They got the one mini game where you have to go chase little Roo around. And yeah, if you didn't know, Winnie the Pooh is in public domain. So
Character in one of the books is. There are 3 books, I think, and the first one is.
There you go. So check that out if you have any interest in using that. Cool. Sorry, I don't have access to my list here. Do we have any questions or anything? The game. No. Cool. All right. Well, this again, another. Just think of like how dramatically different all of these takes have been on the theme. I think it's just incredible seeing the level of creativity coming out from every single group here. So really nice job. And again, a great foundation. Hopefully, the developers can continue working on this and building on it and adding more mini games and all kinds of things. There's so much potential across the board. I'm gonna do a streamception again because I think the next game is gonna open up in oh! There we are. Perfect. I'm gonna do evenness. Great. Let me grab this again so I can see what I'm doing. Boop. Boop. All right, so again, that was Pooh game. And next, I think we have 2 more games here. Yeah, Were Tank and insert game name here. Do we have anyone from Were Tank? You have the build. Cool. Well, I will go ahead and read the description here and try and recount the best I can what the developers were saying at the showcase on the submission date. It says, this is Were Tank. Every full moon, this tractor turns into a tank. Avoid or fight the villagers. Movement is WASD. Aim with your mouse. Shooting is with a left click button. Sprint with shift. Rotate the camera is Q and E. And you can shoot during the day, and you're saying howdy to all the villagers. And the villagers will shoot back at you with a cash reward. So that's how you make your money during the day. And then you can shout howdy at the stores in the corner of the map. Each corner of the map has a store. And you can get a resource. And you can keep getting money to turn into fuel, health, and ammo to survive another night. Because at night you turn into a tank from your innocent little truck into a tank. So get ready for Were Tank. It's probably going to open up like in the other window just to spite me. No, here it is. Perfect. And I will hide my weird face. All right. I forgot all the instructions immediately. All right. I know you can shoot. Oh, I don't. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is gonna be so much better now though. I'm gonna try and survive as long as I can. There are a lot of enemies that don't like me until the daytime, when they're cool, and I can go shoot them and say howdy and get money. I can track them down. Can't sprint. Oh no. And yes, then I die.
Correct.
And I believe the best way is to close this and open it again. So I'm gonna try again. Can I go in the water? Oh no, I can't. Oh no! I don't remember all that much from my conversation with the developer because I was trying really hard to not be bad at their game because it's very difficult. There are a lot of trucks out there who really don't like you at night. And so I try really hard, but then I die and have to quit the game. But yeah, I think for them, I mean, they obviously have like a lot going on in this game in terms of like resources and economy. With the 3 different economies, I believe the blue is for your stamina. I think red is your health. Is that? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, red is health. And then green is maybe cash. I don't entirely know what green is. I think I can go fill it up though. If I say howdy at one of the stores here, I can, yep, I can increase it. What if it was like a shield? That'd be really cool. They could really use that. And yeah, I do remember this was, I feel like, I don't know if someone already had this idea kind of going into the jam or something, but I remember when we kind of first kicked off the jam on the 20th, we had this big shared whiteboard that everyone was kind of writing down just different ideas and all kinds of things. And I remember someone, as soon as the theme was announced, someone just wrote on the board like this pretty out there idea about like a tank or a truck transforming into a tank at night. And I was like, wow, that's quite a theme. It's quite an interpretation of the duality theme. Very creative, very original. And yeah, it's really cool to see that kind of come to fruition over just a few days. I'm so bad. Maybe the, you know what? Oh, green is ammo. Sorry, that's probably important for me to know. Yeah, green is ammo, so that's pretty important if you want to shoot all the baddies. So, but yeah, that's Wear Tank. Again, a really creative interpretation of the theme, and a lot going on with the systems and the economies, and that stuff is really, and the AI, you know, there's quite a lot going on here. So, yeah, really cool, really awesome interpretations. Yeah, if you have any questions for the developers or anything like that, yeah, feel free to tag them here in the Discord. They'd probably love to hear your feedback. Cool. All right, that was Wear Tank, and I think that takes us to the final game, which I forget actually. I have an old build, but I'm going to download this one if it doesn't take too long, just in case. I feel like it. Yeah, it was really quick. Just to make sure that I have like the latest up to date. I don't know if anyone's updating these. Oh, wait, yeah, replace the file. Why not? I thought different. Oh yeah. Great. It is on itch. If you want to play it there, you can find it there. And I will. Oh, sorry. Do we have the developer here? I just kind of assumed we didn't. Sorry, I got ahead of myself a little bit. Run anyway. And I think this is another one that's not full screen by default. So I will try. Oh yes, great. Yes, because it's hiding. See how it's that? Oh no, I need some of my screens though. Don't you love how Windows does that? Where they just decide, oh no, you don't need to see any of your screens. You don't need that. Let's try and full screen this. Make it big. There you go. And let me see. Discord just so I know where I am. And read the description again. It's very mysterious, and I'll try my best to kind of explain it and maybe even get a little bit further. Insert game name here is a puzzle game. It should have been way better, but I had a lot. I had to do a lot of overtime at work this week. I personally think that description downplays the game quite a lot, because I think there's some really, really interesting design here. The theme it has, the description it has on itch.io is it probably has lots of bugs. It was very rushed. Also, should have called it in brackets. It was a game. Again, I think that's downplaying it a little bit because I think there's a lot of really amazing ideas here. Yeah. So we start at the title screen here. It says, "Welcome to insert game name here." We're going to press space to continue, I think. Oh, press space to continue. Maybe, is my thing? Oh, I can move. Ooh, interesting. Oh, okay. In this game, you'll be doing two things. Moving a character with WASD, and moving words around the screen by clicking and dragging. Click to bring the start prompt over your character. So I can click and I think drag start. I feel like my thing isn't getting input correctly. Ooh. Hello. I know this works because we've played it before. It doesn't like when people are watching. Let me try and go again real quick, and then because we do need mouse control to play the game. That's pretty important. I like the extension is because.exe. Oh, here we go. All right, I think. Yes. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. So as you can see, you can drag the different labels around the different panels. So I'm gonna go ahead. I can move my little stick person here, and I can be light as a feather, and then strong as a bull, but also probably not great. So let's try. I know that I can drag these around. Let's try swapping these. So I'm probably gonna fall, whoa. But then, light as a feather, land on my feet, no problem. So you can see that we can start kind of switching different properties based on the labels in each comic panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in this very spooky cave. Very ominous boulder rock thing. Can't seem to do anything with it. Mad as hell, there is a monster coming, y'all. Scared as a mouse, though. Ah, I'm scared as a mouse. There you go. So you can see that characters kind of inherit properties based on what panels they're in. I'm scared. I'm going to be shaking like a leaf. I can pass this monster here. Trapped like a rat. Oh no! Well, let me try and drag that over. Trapped like a rat. You know what I haven't tried? Can I do that? Wait, can I? I haven't tried this. Can I I want to move it. No, I can't do that. Okay. Can't drag across screens there. But I can keep going. Dark. And I remember it was particularly impressive that this developer was working on a completely different concept for a game that was using AI to do image recognition for players drawing, and I think to some degree they'd gotten that image recognition working, but they decided at some point to just kind of, for scope reasons and stuff, go ahead and completely shift everything and make a completely different game. So yeah, that's I think pretty incredible that they ended up with like a game and a half basically. And yeah, I'm reading the chat here. Can you move the boulder with the strong as a bull prompt? That is a great idea. So now that I have this prompt here, I should be strong as the bull. Let's go try and move it. Wow, look at y'all, puzzle experts here. Let's try and kick that in the hole. Let's see. Can I like go down the hole? I've never tried that. Oh, can I go down this way? Is it maybe down this way? Oh, it is. Oh, see, I never did this. Oh no. Uh-oh. Ah! Who's exploding? Not me. Oh no.
Well,
That didn't go well. But yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I'm really, really in love with the mechanics they have here. I think there's a lot of really, really interesting designs going on. So yeah, this is really, really cool. Great job to the creator, of course. Let me try this again. I don't know. What I did. Okay, so maybe if they do scared as a mouse, we switch them here, right? Maybe they won't chase me and I won't freak out. That'd be nice. I can be mad as hell. Why not? Alright. Explosive. Definitely don't want to be explosive. So I was mad as hell. Maybe I should... Oh yeah, oh look at me go. I can like... Whoa. Look at that. I'm gonna try and smash it into that building, right? Oh. Maybe not. I thought that was a good place for the rock to go, but maybe not. Or maybe I should explode the rock. So many questions, so many possibilities. I do want to be calm as Buddha, yeah. And I guess the only other thing... I don't know how long this is. I haven't played through it outside of our showcases. Oh no! Oop. And... Oops, so I don't know how many puzzles there are or how long this sequence is, but I wish I knew. I feel bright as the sun. I feel like I tried to drag this somewhere. It doesn't like to go over there. And that makes me so sad. I wish I knew how to make it light so I could see. Oh, if I drag it directly on the character, it works. Like the text character. Or directly on the character. Oh, maybe if I go over here. I don't know where my character is. Tricky thing. Tricky. But anyway, I think y'all get kind of an idea of how the design unfolds here. Again, very, very cool. Especially considering how there were multiple projects that the developer was going for, and this was just one of them. Again, I think great creative success, and you know, I hope they got a lot out of the jam. I feel like, I know if I made this game, I'd be like pretty proud of myself because I think it's really, really cool. But yeah, I think with that rounds up all the jams. Let me just make sure here that we pull up the page and make sure that we've covered everything here. We had our deck builder, the Dichotomy, our really cool God stomping game, Me and I, Soul Grind, Pistols at Dawn, Coup Game, Were Tank, and insert game name here. As a whole, I think an amazing output of creativity, and I'm so proud again of everyone who participated, and I just want to give kind of a special shout out and a special thanks to everyone who participated. This year's, again, kind of a weird thing. Usually we do global game jams in person. They're 48 hours in person, on site at a facility. And so we're kind of adjusting and doing things pretty differently now with full virtual jams and stuff like that. So yeah, a huge shout out and thanks to everyone for being flexible and everything. We changed the kind of jam schedule pretty close to the start and all that stuff. So thanks again for being so flexible. And the great news is this is the first jam of the year for Philly Game Mechanics. As an organization, we're kind of known for our game jams. And so there will certainly be many more this year and going forward. So I think we're going to take February off because we just had a pretty big jam. I think everyone could probably go for a little bit of a break. But I think we're probably going to be resuming our jam schedule. I'm thinking personally we might kind of do like an every other month jam. And so doing a jam in March, which would last 2 weeks. And in March, kind of kick off the month with the first meeting of the month being the kickoff, revealing the theme and everything, doing some networking and forming teams and such. And then 2 weeks later, submitting and doing a showcase and all those fun things. Unlike Global Game Jam, the jams you do in here like don't need to be open source or anything like that. We'll set up itch.io pages to kind of organize and collect all the submissions and things like that. But yeah, I think we're going to kind of be restarting that starting next month. So definitely look forward to that. And in terms of the meetings for this month, I think we're going to be kind of getting on to our regular schedule again. So doing another meeting on the third Thursday of this month. And we haven't exactly decided exactly what content that's going to be. I'm thinking it's probably either going to be a playtesting night in case anyone has any general projects that they want to show and get feedback on. We can sit down and if you have a build publicly available to anyone in the community, sitting down and doing some more extensive playtesting and breaking out into different rooms and live streaming and stuff like that. So that could either be on the agenda or doing a game night where we actually sit down and play probably a commercial game and just kind of get together and have a good time playing games. I mean, that's something that, again, was pretty common in person when we were all together. We could sit down and play a game, couch co-op and stuff like that. But we have the internet and we have online video games, so we can certainly find some content for that. It would be more of kind of a fun night. So we're going to kind of fill things out a little bit here in the next week or so, I think, and see if there's anyone working on a project that they want to playtest. And if there's enough demand for that, we'll go ahead and make that the content for the end of this month. But otherwise, we can kind of plan like maybe like a work and play night too. Every meeting we're going to be doing is going to be starting with the show and tell. So if you are working on something that you want a little bit of feedback on, definitely kind of keep that in mind going forward. There's always going to be space in these programs to showcase all your amazing creativity. So yeah, kind of keep that in the back of your mind if you're working on. And by the way, it doesn't have to be specifically even a game. If you're an artist working on some kind of art or commission piece or anything like that, or if you're a writer working on a new story and you'd like to talk about that, I mean, anything creative that you're doing. The great thing about video games is it's all multidisciplinary, and we all come from like very different disciplines and backgrounds. So everything that you show is super valuable and important. So definitely kind of keep that in the back of your mind if you ever are looking for more feedback. But yeah, I think for today, that pretty much wraps it up. We've gone through all the show and tell things, and of course, all the amazing Game Jam entries from this year. So once again, thanks so much for all the jammers. If anyone in the audience is here, I'm doing like one last call. We have a really adorable jam ploma. If you've participated in the game jam, I'm gonna be mailing those out ideally tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and get those out very soon. So I'm gonna do one last call. If you would like one, yeah, let me know. Just send me a direct message, and I'll kind of get you on board for getting your own physical copy of your jam ploma, in appreciation for everything that you all have done over the jam. So. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. Thanks again so much for joining, and we'll see you towards the end of this month for another Philly Game Mechanics meeting. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Have a good night, everyone.